You know, it's been quite a while since I last built in Jurassic World Evolution 2. Yeah, I wanted to change that. And nothing convinced me more than the Prehistoric Marine Species Pack. This, I was so excited for. Check this stuff out. We got so many cool animals in here. We got the Dunkleosteus, we got the Archelon, we got the Nothosaurus, we got the Shonisaurus. All really awesome animals, and I can't wait to get started building for them. Now, I have not played this game in quite some time. I think the last time I played was around the early Cretaceous pack, so I really don't know all the new stuff that's really happened in here. Oh my god, there's so many options. Right, I think we could get started.
Right. Open your eyes.
I want to plan this in a way that makes sense. I definitely want to have some like animals that might be found around like the coast down here, the lagoons. I definitely want to have a bunch of these guys up here. I mean, it just seems so steep thinking about this from like, you know, a realistic park perspective. But you know what? We're making stuff for dinosaurs, so I guess it doesn't really matter. The realism was already thrown out the door when I thought I would finish a park like this. Right, so I think having this kind of contour, this edge up here might be kind of interesting. Right, now please tell me we could actually flatten this. We can. Okay, no, Jurassic World is better than Planet Zoo already. So I kind of like this down here. So I think what the idea is going to be is that we come down here and this is going to be like a very nice plaza area. Right, that's looking good, but I think we need just a little bit more decoration. What we can do is kind of decorate the edges of the path. This is going to be a little bit difficult. Right, it's not really working. I think I'll try and figure that stuff out later. How about we start to plop down some dinosaurs? Okay, I think just having 3 right there might be interesting. What can this be? I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. Now, one of the big things about this update is that there's finally, like, viewing domes in the lagoons. Oh, so you could just make tunnels, I guess? What is this? Right, this is kind of what I meant by like these paths, but like it's not perfect. I don't really like that. Maybe it's the color I'm hoping. Maybe it was just a color. I kind of like that a bit more. Right, how's the view in here? This is so cool. Right, so I think I also want another one of those lagoon viewing galleries. I kind of like the industrial look of this one. I think we're gonna go with that. Oh, I don't really like, that's what, the Defense Force viewing area? Not really a fan of that now. I think this might be the Jurassic Park one? I'm not entirely sure, but I like it a bit more. Okay, how about we build an entrance first? I think that might honestly be advisable. This might be the best area for an entrance. I'm honestly feeling this one. Oh no, it's classic. And how about we do 2 of them side by side? If we connect these up with each other, it should be good. That is looking pretty cozy, I'm not gonna lie. Let's kind of decorate this out a little bit more. What if we make a goat exhibit? Honestly, it's perfect. Yep, honestly, I think we are good to call it here, folks. Thank you so much for watching. We have all of this space to work with. Tons of areas where we could put like little aquatic dinosaurs. Let's get a big one first. And I think having these big walls right here is going to be a fun challenge to work with. So let's split the path up over here. Yeah, these trees are starting to piss me off. I think foliage is going to come last in this part. I need to see where I'm building. Okay, you know what's going to be interesting? I think we're going to have a huge Spinosaurus exhibit down here because Spinosauruses, I know this. I know one dinosaur fact. Spinosauruses, Spinosaurii, they actually had like a very aquatic lifestyle. So I think that might be a really fun thing to incorporate down here. Right, we need our lagoon hatchery. I think I do want to incorporate kind of like that kind of industrial one right there. That's going to be a cool one to have because it looks like it's backstage stuff. Now, I do want this to be staff only, even though I think like all the guests in Jurassic World Evolution are staff. So I guess it doesn't matter. Right, this is another one of those big slopes. I am not the biggest fan of this, but you know what? We can find ways to make it work. Can't really place a gate right there. Let's see if we could make it work. Ooh, I kind of like this like concrete fence. That's going to be so interesting. And if we kind of wrap this around and have it end right there, that's looking pretty cool. Still obstructed. Okay, this is like one of the points where I'm like, yeah, free build would have been good. So let's get started on this back lot. You know, people always say these paths are better than Planet Zoo or Planet Coaster, but they're giving me severe agita. Yay. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. So yeah, which by the way, let's get started. Now the Archelon is like, okay, so I guess we do need a path, which sucks. That sucks. I really like the idea of just having a gate. Let's get some Archelons. I think it's the coolest thing in the world that we do have the randomize thing. I'm gonna randomize the pattern, but we gotta pick a color. And I think the Amazon, the mangrove, that's gonna be cool. It's got a whole bunch of these guys. Look at them go, yeah. Oh my God, they are so chunky.
Here's a little about me. I'm Isaac Clement, but just call me Isaac. No need for formalities. Besides,
Isaac, shut up. I'm looking at some turtles. Oh, we can make planters. Hell yeah. Oh, that's so cool. They're swimming so good. Okay, seriously, how do I add in like the Archelon gallery, whatever? Like, I'm assuming it's in this one. Right, well, I'm gonna study on Jurassic World Evolution 2 for a bit and I'll come right back. So these rocks that I am hearing about should actually be under rocks. That took way too long for me to figure out. So I think it's probably best that we place a few of these where like all the guests can see it. I think having one right there, so once you walk out into the park, you can see like the little Archelons. Archelon or Archelon? Actually, we should probably have a few of these, right? Just enough to, I don't know, kind of make it a little bit spicy. Can we decorate these at all? I really doubt it. We can't. Listen, if I were playing this with free build, it would be game over. It would be game over right now. I guess I never really did get like a good view of these guys, so let's check them out. They are so gorgeous. I really do like this texture too. I always love seeing reptiles that are green. I don't know, it's just always so satisfying. Look at everyone. Let's force them down. You see, this is so magical. I don't know, just being able to have like semi-aquatic animals. That's so cool. I know I'm kind of bouncing around the place, but I did see that the Spinosaurus received like a new update to its model, so I want to make sure that we show that off. The main goal for us is going to be making this little beach section down here suitable for the Spinosaurus, and I think I have some very funky zoo ideas that we could kind of bring to the table. One of them is going to be kind of like this moat down here, and I think that this is going to be so cool to see it kind of climbing around down here. So yeah, we are messing up a little bit of the terrain, but no worries there. We can get it fixed up in a jiff. And then we could kind of level this off down here. And then from there, we could honestly start to experiment a little bit with habitat design. That's going to be so cool, guys. Let's go. And I kind of like using the tiny tool just to be able to get like these nice ridges in here. And then of course later we could kind of play around with terrain paints. Ooh, now that I see this section up here, I feel like a Dimetrodon might be kind of cool. I haven't had the chance to play with them yet. Do I actually have them? Yeah, I'll admit, I don't have every single dinosaur in this game. I don't have all the DLCs. Yeah, I do have the Dimetrodon, so that's cool. So that's going to be really fun to play around with. But let's move on. I think we could get working on some fences. Oh, shoot, I forgot. I wanted to level this up off here, but I think it should be okay. Yeah, the fences kind of play around with it, so at least we have that going for us. Right, how does this look from first-person view? This is not that bad. And I think what we're going to do down here as well is kind of the same thing we did up there, but this time, hopefully, I'm really hoping that the guests won't be able to see it from their perspective, so that way it looks like there's no fence back there. That's the power of moats. Okay, why are our animals sick? Oh, look at... I didn't even consider this view up here. That is insane. I just don't know how to connect the rest of these fences up over there. Like, I really have no strategy about that. Oh, I'm sorry. When did we get invisible fences? Okay, in all honesty, though, I want to keep these here, not because of, like, just to make sure that guests don't get in here. Because everywhere else, like, if a guest swims in from the ocean, then ends up in there, that's their prerogative. I'm not going to mess with them. So I guess we could kind of just connect this up. Nice. We do need a hatchery though, so I think we should probably continue this area back here. I will continue this idea of the concrete fence over here as well. So yeah, let's make some Spinosauruses. I'm not really sure what I want out of these guys. And you know what? While I'm already here, I want to make this just feel a little bit more industrial. There we go. That looks disgusting. Perfect. And you know what? Let's just look at these guys. Why not? Okay, completely skipped like the exit animation, but I love these colors. All right, they were a little bit more green than what I wanted, but I think that's gonna work.
Is perhaps the largest of carnivores. Of course, I'll never
Oh,
get close
Cabot
enough to one
Finch,
to
I
see for
love
myself,
you.
but-
I missed you. Right, so at least for this, we need one of the helicopters. So I think we could do the AW Wildlife Explorers something. Go, Diego, go. I feel like they'd be pretty good in here though, right? Let's move these guys into their habitat. Now we can start to play with them a bit more. That is awesome though. There's some kind of childhood whimsy about Jurassic World. It's always so cool to imagine what it would be like in real life if these multimillionaires spent all their money on cloning dinosaurs and bringing them back to life instead of Facebook versus Twitter fights or buying Twitter and ruining Twitter. Yeah, so we could at least start to make some like little vernal pools, I think would be kind of cool. So I think our best route is to kind of have them be different elevations just so that the eye has something to look at. Yeah, look at that. That is very cool. I'm going to do some terrain painting. I'm going to be right back.
Well, to be honest, I'm a nature freak. I love to walk through the woods and talk to the animals. Don't tell anybody that. I even talk to trees at times. But you need to understand nature to appreciate the great, great things that have been created. We spend so much of our life walking around looking with never seeing. And if painting teaches you nothing else, it'll teach you to see nature, to appreciate some of the beauty that's around us every day that we take for granted.
I like how this is starting to shape up. And don't mind me, I feel like we just need a little bit more sand just to sell the fact that we are, like, this is the beach, practically. I think the next thing that we should do is start to get some foliage and rocks in here. However, if there's anything I remember about JWE is the fact that these placeable trees are what you probably should be placing down first, because these are honestly going to be, like, what define where stuff goes. What is that graphical effect? So I know that these say Mediterranean, but this is the Germany map, so I think it's close enough. And honestly, these give us like some really insane height that I think we really need for a park like this. Is there not like a wait button on this push button? I don't know. Either way, this is nice. It's relaxing. This is looking pretty damn fine. I'm gonna start to add some rocks in here too. As I'm going through here, it is so much more relaxing placing rocks in this game than anything else, because like, I don't know, I don't need to worry about how far it's sunken in or anything like that, because it doesn't really have that in here. Oh, there's random rock buttons? Okay, why was I not using this all along? This is like the coolest damn thing in the world. Yeah, Frontier, if you're listening, that's a easy Planet Zoo feature update right there. That is so cool. I think we need just a few more foliages around here. Because, like, I'm thinking logistically, the Spinos wouldn't walk in this area, so they wouldn't trample any new growth. So I feel like that just makes sense. Why are you starving? You are literally fine. Oh. Did you guys know that animals have to eat? I didn't know that. That's interesting. All right, let's get a few piscivore feeders. Let's see what kind of attractions we can make. Obviously, they're not going to be connected, but I think it's going to be a cool thing to have regardless. That was a zip line. Wait, there's zip lines? There's zip lines. Okay, we definitely have to add some of those then. But first, not without building a few viewing platforms. I think that this is going to be pretty cool right here. So this is like the perfect area for one. Honestly, no, we're throwing logic out the window. There we go. You're not the boss of me, Frontier. I make my own rules for my sandbox games. Do you think Frontier knows that I turned like the entire Jurassic World cast shirtless in this game? Yeah, in case if you guys weren't aware, yeah, that's something I did. I'm shamed every day about it, but you know what? It's worth it. Anything for Cabot Finch. Yeah, that's spectacular. Oh my gosh, we gotta do that some more. Okay, at least like the basis for this park is coming along. I love this habitat. It's so nice. Is there like any other items we could add in here though? I feel like it's my problem with Jurassic World Evolution. I have many, but it's the fact that there's never enough decorations in here for me. Okay, at least we could kind of put these like taiga bushes everywhere, and that way it could at least bounce it up a bit more. And I think having some along the wall might be kind of smart to do too. Right, honestly, okay. Oh, there's so many different plants we could do in here. That's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be me sitting down and decorating the entire park. But for the time being, I think it might be best if we kind of lay out everything, then I could save the decorating for later. Well, if that's the case, I think we should probably get started and connect the rest of the park up to itself. And from there, do like a whole bunch of themed areas. I think that this is like the perfect place for an interesting loop. And what does that lead to down there? That is nothing. I have an idea. Okay, this is going to be a little crackpot of me. So yeah, this would kind of be where, like, if you come here with your family, you know, if you're at least in the upper echelon of upper class, you could bring your family here for like this little vacation getaway. I like that. This is looking awesome. Okay, that's a cool idea right there. Let's see if we can make it even better. Right, so first I think I want to make sure that this is all level. What kind of decorations can we do? I feel like we could do some kind of cool ones in here. So, like, there has to be... Oh, I forgot about all these. Hell yeah. Okay, that, like, sticks out like a sore thumb, but I don't know. It's a vibe. I do want another lagoon. I think up here is going to be a very cool place to have one. The Shonisaurus is, like, the big one, right? That's the biggest one that we got. Let's go for it. Right, so we only get 2 in there. I think I want 3 altogether, so I'm going to get these 2 eggs. And then the other one, I'll just choose one of them. The other one, who knows? We can make into an omelet. Right, let's see how we do. He looks like a banana. I love him. That is what I believe to be like the biggest ichthyosaur, which I think is incredible to have. It is cool that they now let you kind of decorate the lagoons a bit more. I'm going to do like the interior decorating later. Right, moment of truth. Let's see how it looks below. It looks like water. Oh, but the Shonies look so cool kind of swimming around in there. That is so cool. None of them have come up for the shark, though. Are you guys not hungry? I can't help but, like, not look at this habitat. It's so cool. I mean, just having it peer out over the ocean like that, that is insane. How's the view from in here? Yeah, to be expected. Spectacular. So with this pool all set, I think we can move on to make a couple more. I definitely want to make sure that we can get every single new marine species in this park. Now, it's a small pool, but I think it should be able to work out. Looking pretty good, guys. What is gonna go in here? I'm not sure, but let's fill out the rest of the pools first. And again, for most of these, I really want to make sure that we don't really take away from what this area is down here. This is more so like the land animals, but up here I definitely want to show off like a nice marine park area. We have another bigger pool back here. I think we can make this at least cohab species. I just can't not do like these little loops in these little plazas. I think it works so well. So I believe we could take a look inside the hatchery and see what else. Dunkleosteus, you know what? Why not? We're gonna add some Nothosaurus in here too. Yeah, I think that this one might be the best habitat to throw them in because it's big. It's big. Now that those are getting delivered over there, I want to make sure that we could actually make this and make this area for our Dimetrodons. And I think we could just get by with only the invisible fences this time around. I think it's going to work out just fine if we do that. Oh, we got 5 Nothosaurs. That's going to be awesome. But look at the donkeys. The donkey donuts. They are so cool. Check these guys out. They have like one of the coolest skulls out of the entire animal kingdom. They just look menacing. I kind of do like the idea of black ones with randomized textures, of course. So I know there's other dinosaurs in here that do eat fish, piscivores of course. But I think for the time being, I'm not going to do any flying animals just because it doesn't really make sense to me. But what I am feeling is very much in the cute animal mode. So I believe I kind of want to use this area to make kind of a petting zoo using that new update feature that allows you to make walk-through enclosures. I thought the Shonisaurus could eat like the sharks, because they're the biggest ones that we got, right? But I don't think they can, so I think I'm going to need to add some piscivore feeders. Right, so when I think of cute dinosaurs, I always think of the Dryosaurus, and this is going to be one of the ones where I'm going to do random skin and no patterns just because I love the base texture on these guys. And I think while we have that, the Minmi is going to be an adorable one to have as well, so we'll do the same one with that. So that stuff is all looking great. Now, one of the things that I have not had the opportunity to play with just yet is the new zipline system, so I think it might be a little bit fun if we kind of incorporate one of these guys right over here. They really are so adorable. Like, if I could bring any dinosaur back, it would be these guys. Literally incredible. Right, so I think one of the ways that we could actually achieve this is if we throw down a gate. So we have these little fences now, which I think are pretty cool. Not really like my favorite pieces to use for something like this, but it's gotta be at least somewhat interesting, you know? So this area is starting to feel a lot more robust, so I'm super happy with that. We need some more facilities down here. I feel like we're really lacking on, I don't know, just a little bit extra oomph. So I think adding some hotels and other facilities down here has gotta help out a lot. Alright, popping back to this habitat over here, I noticed that we kind of skimped on the decorations too, so let's go back in here and kind of shine it up a bit. Do we really have dead Oh, they should eat. Oh, so I'm gonna decorate some more. I don't know, something's just lacking a little bit extra oomph in this park that I think we really need. Right, so I don't know if you guys can tell, but I did a bit of building off camera. There's definitely like a few things in here I absolutely missed, but I don't really care. What I wanted to do is just build a park, and what was happening is I was trying to record, I was trying to make good commentary, and it just wasn't working. However, I think we have a pretty damn good park in here. So yeah, obviously I kind of went through and added as much decoration as I possibly could. Fountains, lights. We have a whole bunch of new awesome backstage items too that I used to decorate kind of like our staff areas very well. And yeah, pretty much everything is new, so I might as well go through all of it. Yeah, this is our main kind of backstage area with a couple of I'm sorry, my dog's going crazy right now. But yeah, they have a few different hatcheries in here, both for terrestrial ones. I have this Spinosaurus right over here. And I also have this pool currently housing some Attenborosauruses, very cool guys right over here. And while you can't actually get into their habitat, I did set up these viewing platforms so you could at least see them beaching or breaching. I'm gonna beach you off. Few other things in this area as well, just some minor decorations to help this area come a little bit more lively. This would be kind of like the family area where you would bring like all the kids and stuff. And yeah, pretty much every single plaza now, every single walkway is outfitted with all these lovely little trees, so it feels a lot better once you're actually making your way through this park. I decorated this area a little bit more so that it would feel like, you know, you're coming over here, this is kind of like the main campus area, so this is where all the food is. I don't know how to change these. I don't know how to actually change the amenities, but honestly, I don't think you guys really care. I don't care if everything says it's sushi or crabs, I don't care. The Archelons are finally making their way onto land, and it makes me one very happy boy. Look at these guys go. I did some actual work in here in the Dryosaurus exhibit, so we have Dryosaurus and Minmi. Unfortunately, the guests aren't really using this, and the Minmis were like escaping. So I don't really know how that works out, but you guys can figure it out when you guys download this. This is one of my favorite Gyosaurus skins. Let's speed them out of there. It's just so pretty. I love it. It just looks like a little toy. Right, and we also did some work in the Dimetrodon habitat. So I have this log viewing gallery. I think that was added in the last update. So we have this right over here so you guys can pop in here, check out the Dimetrodons, wherever they are. I don't know, I'm sure they're around here somewhere. And we also have another one right over here for our Spinosauruses as well. And speaking of Spinos, I did add another one back here. I thought this would be kind of like the lore. This guy would be kind of like a bad clone, so he has to stay back here in containment. I forgot, we also did another pool. I think it's this one. It's nothing really too crazy. I love the ichthyosaurs. I think they're some of my favorites in the game, so I wanted to make a huge tank for these guys. So hopefully we could see a whole bunch of them kind of just swimming through here. Look at the weird little fish reptile. Look at him go. And yeah, that is honestly it, my friends. I apologize that I did a lot of the building kind of off camera. But it's just something I wanted to do. It's like, I wanted to have a lot of fun with this game, and I wanted to put out a product that I was happy with. So, I don't know. I just can't wait for you guys to explore this map for yourselves. Lots of fun little hidden Easter eggs in here. But yeah, that is really it. I'm gonna throw on some B-roll of these guys. And I'll tell you what, I'll catch you guys in the next Jurassic World Evolution 2 video. I'm hoping to do kind of like a little bit of a review, quote unquote, of the Marine Species Pack. So stay tuned for that later. Thank you guys so much for coming by. I really do appreciate it, and enjoy the rest of the cinematics. Bye-bye.